Well guys, the transfer rumor mill is going crazy again, and this time the bomb comes from Defensa Central. Apparently PSG are ready to shower Barça with cash for Lamine Yamal. So here's the deal. The Persians have been chasing our wonderkid for a while now, and it seems they are decided to go all in by breaking the world transfer record. Remember Neymar's move from Barça to PSG for 222 million? Well, PSG are reportedly ready to pay 230 million euros for Yamal. But there is one tiny problem. Barça have zero intention of selling. The club can easily remind Nasser Al-Khelaifi and his crew that Yamal's release clause is 1 billion euros. And even more importantly, Yamal himself doesn't want to go anywhere. He recently signed a contract until 2031 and has made it clear, my future is in Barcelona. So Culers, we can all relax. PSG can throw all the money they want, but Yamal's heart belongs to Barça. Oh, yeah, hey. Okay. And here are some of the Barça fans' comments on these news. They can buy Yamal's shoe with the 230 million euros. Or this one. Cancel the international break because what the fuck are these rumors? They can buy him on FIFA. 1 billion release clause. 500 million offer and Barça may start thinking. 700, he will be sold. So Culers, here we go again. Another transfer story making waves online. Manchester United have reportedly submitted an official offer for Raphinha. According to Spanish media, not exactly the most reliable ones, let's be honest, the Red Devils are ready to offer between 120 and 150 million euros for Barca's winger. That's over 100 million pounds. Absolutely insane money. Why? United are still deep in their squad rebuild after selling Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund, Antony and Sancho. Under Ruben Amorim, the club is trying to start a new era. And according to reports, Raphinha is one of the main targets. Fichajes writes, Barcelona are demanding at least 120 million euros for their star player. Manchester United sources believe this figure wouldn't be an obstacle if Raphinha is seen as a strategic investment for the club's rebuild. But Culers, let's not panic. Raphinha recently renewed his contract until 2028, which gives Barca total control over the situation. The club isn't planning to listen to offers that doesn't make sense for them. And don't forget, Raphinha himself has repeatedly said that his heart belongs to Camp Nou. So yeah, let United play with their millions. Barca's winger isn't going anywhere. Remember the name Culers. Etta Eyong, the 21-year-old Cameroonian forward, has become one of La Liga's biggest revelations this season. And yes, Barca were already watching him last summer. 5 goals, 3 assists, and a market value that's already jumped to 20 million euros. Not bad for a player who cost just 3 million a few months ago. Here is the story. In August, Villarreal and Levante made a really unusual deal. Villarreal sold Eyong for 3 million euros but added a bunch of tricky clauses. Now his release clause is 30 million. And both clubs are already preparing to cash in next summer. Barca were actually in the race a few months ago, but at the time they were quoted 10 million and simply didn't have a financial flexibility to move. The club saw Eyong as a hidden gem, a low-cost winger forward with serious potential. According to Cadena Ser, Villarreal were smart. They added all kinds of sell-on clauses. Basically, the higher Eyong's next transfer fee, the more Levante earn. And if Levante reject a big offer, over 15 million, they still have to compensate Villarreal. All of this means one thing, a sale next summer is almost inevitable. But here's the twist that should excite us, Culers. Last summer, Eyong told people close to him that his dream move was Barcelona. For now, he's focused on finishing the season with Levante, continuing to shine and prove himself in La Liga. But next summer, the race will be on. Barca know this could be their moment, because if the Premier League gets involved next, his price might skyrocket beyond reach. Big news, Culers! According to transfer insider Camp Nou, Barcelona have made Lautaro Martinez their top target for next summer. This move perfectly fits Deco's long-term plan for the squad, strengthening 3 key areas: a left-footed center-back, a physically dominant fullback, and a world-class striker. And it's the third one where Lautaro comes in. With Robert Lewandowski expected to either leave or take on a small role after 4 seasons at the club, the striker positions has become Barca's #1 priority. Deco reportedly believes Lautaro is the most realistic elite option, even ahead of names like Harry Kane, Erling Haaland or Julian Alvarez. Lautaro fits Barca's identity perfectly. A leader, a fighter, a proven goal scorer who could become the face of the new project in an election year. But as always, there's one challenge: money. A move of this scale would require a big sale to finance it, meaning Deco's summer will be a tightrope walk between ambition and financial reality. At the same time, Barca are also working on defensive reinforcements, with Nico Schlotterbeck and Gonzalo Inacio on the radar as left-footed centre-backs, plus plans for a powerful, versatile fullback to strengthen the flanks. Starting January, the club will reportedly ramp up scouting and talks, with Lautaro staying at the top of Deco's list, as Barca aim to build a squad ready to fight for the Champions League again. And Barca are also planning another sensational transfer. Which one exactly? You'll find out in our Barcelona Live app. I'll leave the link in the pinned comment. You're welcome. And to another one. Barca are hunting the new wonderkid, the Mexican Pedri. According to reports, Barcelona have already made contact with entourage of Gilberto Mora, the 16-year-old midfielder from Tijuana, who's taking the youth football world by storm. Mora has been dubbed the Mexican Pedri, and for a good reason. At the U20 World Cup, he's been on fire. 3 goals, 2 assists, helping Mexico reach the quarterfinals. His style perfectly blends technique, vision, and calmness on the ball, qualities even some first-team players would envy. It's no surprise that PSG, Inter Miami, and even Real Madrid have already shown interest. But it looks like Barcelona want to move first. Once again, the club is doing what it does best, securing world-class talent before the rest of the world realizes how special he is. Mora has everything to define a new era. Control, intelligence, creativity, and that serene composure we once saw in a young Pedri. If this transfer happens, Barca might be getting another technical maestro ready to shape the future of the club. Rashford, Flick's new number 9. Barca have had a tough few weeks. Defeats to PSG and Sevilla exposed some cracks. But Hansi Flick isn't waiting around. According to Mundo Deportivo, he's planning a new tactical setup, with Marcus Rashford playing as a central striker, a classic number 9. The reason is clear. Barca have lost their pressing intensity. Flick wants to bring back that trademark aggression from the very first minute, and Rashford could become the front line of pressure, forcing opponents into mistakes. On the left, Raphinha. On the right, Lamine Yamal and Fermin just behind Rashford. If they recover in time for the Girona match, October 18th, we might see this experiment there. If not, its debut could come in the Champions League against Olympiacos, October 21st. Rashford has everything to be the perfect 9. Pace, work rate, pressing power, and the ability to open spaces for teammates. Though he's used to playing on the wing, his versatility gives Flick the chance to make Barca less predictable and more explosive. Rashford as a striker could be the spark that brings Barca back to winning ways. And that's a wrap for today's Barca News Roundup. From PSG's crazy 230 million bid for Yamal, to United's chase for Raphinha, to the rise of Etta Eyong, Lautaro Martínez rumors, the Mexican Pedri, Gilberto Mora, and Flick's new Rashford as a number 9 experiment. Barcelona are once again at the center of the football universe. Now it's your turn, Culers. Which story shocked you the most? Would you sell Raphinha? Can Rashford really shine as a striker? Or should we just look at Yamal in a vault until 2031? If you enjoyed this update, leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to stay ahead of every transfer twist, training leak, and tactical surprise from Camp Nou. Don't forget, download the Barcelona Live app for exclusive stories, insider reports, and daily Barca news straight to your phone. Link is in the pinned comment. Visca el Barça, bye bye!